Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to talk about two of the trailers released at the Game Awards on Wednesday. And if you know me, you can probably guess what those two trailers are. The first one is Jedi Survivor. Surprise, surprise. This trailer looked incredible. Of course, it was a gameplay trailer, but it did show off a lot, I have to say. So, of course, in Jedi Fallen Order, you only really had two forms of combat. The single-bladed lightsaber and the double. And you could use them separately as a special attack. Which, while I haven't completed the game, I've seen it and it looks a bit underwhelming. But, in this game, they've upped the amount of combat styles you can adopt. You can, of course, go with the single-bladed lightsaber, the double-bladed lightsaber. You can use them both separately, just as normal. You can have a crossguard lightsaber, and I don't know if that's going to be two crossguards. I hope so, because yes. And of course you have a blaster thrown in there. Now, I'm going to assume that the blaster can be used on its own, as well as with one of the many lightsaber forms you can get. So I'm going to assume it can be used with the single-bladed, the crossguard, the double-bladed, probably not the dual lightsabers, because, you know, Cal would have to have three hands, and that's just not going to work. I will say, though, speaking of Cal, he does look good. You know, he's a lot more grizzled and beaten up, as he would be 5 years after Jedi Fallen Order. Because, of course, after that game, he ended up on Darth Vader's radar. And you don't end up on that man's radar without gaining a few battle scars. Or dead. So Cal's gotten pretty lucky, frankly. So I'm very happy to see that he has been a bit roughed up since the last game. And I'm very happy to see that there's more variety in the enemies now. Namely with the battle droids from the Clone Wars. Yes, I was so happy to see them. Of course, we had the appearance of the B1 battle droid, the B2 Super Battle Droid, and the one that really threw me off, General Grievous's Magna Guards. I was shocked to see those especially. Like, I know we had some toy reveals of the B1 Battle Droid, so that wasn't really much of a surprise, but the B2 and the Magna Guards, that shocked me, like, a lot. So I was very happy to see those in the trailer, and I'm also happy to see that we don't just have the option to kill the wildlife anymore. We can actually befriend them and ride some of them. So thank God we just don't have the only option of killing them anymore. So I'm very happy to see that. Hopefully it's available again on previous gen consoles. Still don't know, but hopefully it is so I can play it. Now, the other trailer I wanted to talk about. You guys all know what this is. Transformers Reactivate. I'm so happy. This game has been rumoured since not too long after the shutdown of High Moon Studios, which of course produced the old Transformers games of War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, and Devastation. Two of which, as you know, are my favourite Transformers games of all time, being the first two. Devastation wasn't that big of a fan of, gotta be honest. It felt too... I'll get into that in another video, I think. But those two games are my favourite Transformers games of all time. And frankly, this game, Reactivate, looks incredible. Now, we actually got kind of a story trailer for this game, rather than a gameplay trailer, which was a nice contrast to Jedi Survivor. So, what do we know about the story? One, we know the main enemies of the game have actually already defeated the Autobots and taken over the Earth. Huh, okay. Interesting. What's even more interesting is, it isn't the Decepticons. Nope, it is a new enemy called the Legion. What could that be referring to? I have no idea. I've never heard of these guys. I don't even think they've existed until now, so this is completely new ground. Unless I'm unaware of that, please let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. However, despite the Legion being the main enemies of the game, I will be damned if the Decepticons don't show up at some point in this game. Whether it be to fight alongside the Legion, or if they are truly done with the Legion and team up with the Autobots, which seems to be a bit of a trend popping up at Transformers lately, which, okay, don't want to see it done too much, but I'm on board with it if it works in the story. But from what we did see in the trailer, we actually only saw one Autobot, and it was an arm. And judging by it being yellow, I'm gonna guess it was Bumblebee. Now, of course, that is probably a surprise to no one, but there has been a press release on the Transformers Reactivate website, which I'll link in the description because that is an option to get email updates about the game. I've already done that, surprise, surprise. And it does say that you will be able to play as many Autobots. And if it's similar to the Avengers system that you can choose whichever Autobot you like for any given mission, you all know I'm maining the hell out of Optimus Prime. Every mission that has him available as an option, he will be picked every time. So hopefully that's every mission. Please. But yeah, unfortunately we also don't know which consoles it's going to be available on. It did say PC and consoles, but it didn't specify which consoles, so that might just be PS5 and Xbox Series S/X, or it could be also available on PS4 and Xbox One. I'm hoping it's available on PS4 and Xbox One because, well, that's what I have. So, I'm hoping that I'll be able to play this game because it's the first AAA Transformers game in 7 years. Because there will be a closed beta next year. When the actual release will happen is beyond me. I've got no idea. But honestly, I hope this game's good, because as I mentioned, Transformers Devastation didn't really do much for me, even though it was a G1 game. It didn't really do much for me gameplay-wise. But hopefully this game, with its seemingly very dark story, can redeem the Transformers game franchise, because of course, for the last 7 years it's been, well, kind of dead, really, aside from the mobile games, which have done pretty well, but it's nothing compared to a AAA game. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video on the trailers for Jedi Survivor and Transformers Reactivate. So please, like this video, subscribe to my Roxanne's and Frost's YouTube channels. Now links in the description as always. My sub button is down there. Yeah, that big red one. Unless you've already subbed, then it's going to be grey. Thank you for that, by the way. And once you've done that, please don't forget to click all 3 of the bells to get all 3 sets of our notifications. Comment as well, because why the heck not? And let me know what you thought of these 2 trailers and what you thought of all the other trailers released around the Game Awards, because I'm curious. I haven't seen any of the others, so I'm curious to see what your thoughts were on the other trailers. Once you've done that too, please follow me on my social medias. There'll be a link tree in the description, as well as Roxanne's website and Frost's Instagram. And lastly, of course, please share this video with all of your friends so they can join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, and sharing, and around and around and around that loop. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Goodbye!